Let's be honest, chasing followers and praying the algorithm doesn't change is exhausting. So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful alternative, the hub-centric business. Now, this isn't just some new trend, it's a totally different way of thinking about how you can build a real, profitable business online. And it all kicks off with one single critical question.
Seriously, think about that for a second. You spend years, maybe, building up a huge following on a social platform. But then, poof, the algorithm changes, or worse, your account gets shut down, and that audience you worked so hard for can just disappear. You're basically a tenant in someone else's digital world, and the landlord can change the rules or the locks whenever they feel like it. And look, this problem goes so much deeper than just your link in bio page. The real issue is the entire model of building your business on borrowed land. This total dependency, well, that's the core problem that the whole hub-centric model is designed to solve. So this breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have rented land. That's your social media, your basic link pages. You're just a tenant, sending traffic to a bunch of other places. But then look at the other side, owned land. This is your hub. Here, you're the owner. You control everything, the data, the customer list, the actual sale. It's the difference between being a simple signpost and owning the entire destination. And that right there is why a hub converts so much better. Okay, so how do we make that leap from being a digital tenant to a digital owner? Well, this gets us to the solution, what the source material calls building your hub-centric empire. And I know what you're thinking. Empire sounds like a huge, scary word, right? But the whole idea, the whole philosophy is actually built to make this super accessible. So let's get really clear on what a hub-centric business actually is. It is not just a fancy link in bio page. No, it's a complete business model that revolves around a central digital property, a hub, that you actually own and control. It's your digital home base, where you get to set the rules and, most importantly, manage how you make money directly without being at the mercy of some other platform. And the whole system really has two core parts that work together. First, on the left, you've got eStage. Think of this as your digital castle, your plot of land. It's the foundation, the infrastructure. But what good is a castle if nobody visits? That's where Mission 1000 comes in. That's your engine. It's the marketing, the strategy that actually gets people to come to your hub. One is the structure, the other is the traffic. You absolutely need both. Now, let's be real for a second. When you hear words like empire, infrastructure, and marketing engine, it's easy to start feeling a little overwhelmed. You might be thinking, do I need to be a tech genius or have a business degree for this? But the whole system is actually built on this kind of surprising idea. It's designed from the ground up for the total beginner. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of the philosophy. See, for most people, the biggest roadblock isn't a lack of great ideas. It's being overwhelmed by technology. So by creating a system that's simple enough for a complete novice to use, you automatically make it incredibly fast and efficient for the pros too. It's not about dumbing it down, it's about making a powerful business model simple to access. So, how does a beginner actually do this? Well, it's not some crazy 50-step plan. It really just boils down to 3 clear moves. First, you've found your empire by getting your eStage hub. This is like claiming your land and setting up your shop. Second, you open the gates using the Mission 1000 engine. This is the strategy to get your first true fans to leave social media and come to you. And third, and this is the really exciting part, you start trading right away by using a ready-made monetization kit. This is a concrete plan to get you started. Yeah, that third step, starting to trade from day one, that is what makes this a real game changer. For so many creators, making money is this distant dream they hope to achieve after years of grinding. This model just flips that whole idea on its head. The focus is on getting you paid right from the start. The source material points out a really critical shift they made. They moved away from those all-in-one platforms that just drown you in features you'll never use, what they call feature bloat. Instead, they decided to focus on one single outcome, getting you paid. And that thinking led directly to the creation of the monetization kit, which is all about results, not just a bunch of confusing tools. I mean, listen to that. Keep all the money. It's so simple, but so incredibly powerful. In the usual gig economy, the platform always takes its cut. Whether it's a 20% commission or a 30% fee, you're always giving away a piece of what you earned. This hub model is built to fight that. And the monetization kit makes this happen with 2 really clear paths that help you earn right out of the gate. First, you can sell your own products where you are the merchant of record. That means the money and the customer relationship are directly between you and them. Second, you can sell your services and keep 100% of the margin. No platform fees, no sneaky cuts. This is what lets you run a real business from the moment you launch.
So, this model is clearly a powerful way to build a business you truly own, keeping every dollar you make. But this whole idea of ownership brings up a really fascinating, almost paradoxical question about how things work in our digital world.
Which brings us to this final, pretty mind-bending thought. The whole point is to build an independent empire on your own hub. But you're still building it on a specific software platform. You own the customer data, you own the transaction, but you're technically still renting the infrastructure. So the question is, are we just swapping one landlord for a friendlier one? Or is this the truest form of independence we can actually get in today's digital world? That's something every single one of us has to think about.